ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟರ್ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ಆಡಿ ಉನ್ನತ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ತಂದಿರುವಂತಹ ಮಹನೀಯರೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳೊಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಸಹ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿರೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಅದೃಷ್ಟ. ಹಾಗೂ ಅತಿ ಶೀಘ್ರವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಮಾಡಕ್ ಮುನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಲೆಜೆಂಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಾಜಿ ಭಾರತೀಯ ವೇಗಿ, ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬೌಲರ್, another incredible cricketer, another son of the soil, Javagal Srinath sir, who could not be here with us today physically but has sent his blessings and best wishes and has also conveyed his regards for all that we are going to do this evening. So I request the team to kindly play his VT. Over to the console team.
Yes. Areva, what a treat to eyes it is to watch our legendary cricketers Rahul Dravid sir and Anil Kumble sir together, and we can't wait to welcome them on the stage. We have the VT of our legendary, yet another legendary cricketer, Javagal Srinath sir. Aur ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಲೇಬೇಕು, he is the only Indian fast bowler till date to have taken more than 300 wickets in one day international. What a honor and what a privilege to have him. Of course, he could not make it to the show, but ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ನಿಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವೀಟ್ ಮೆಸೇಜನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಿಂಗ್ 50 glorious years and we have gathered here to do this celebration.
So the video will be played shortly, but to set this event into motion, I take this proud privilege and an honor, ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, enthusiasm and a sense of pride, let me take this proud privilege to call on stage our Honorary President, Shri Venkatesh Prasad, our Honorary Secretary, Shri Santosh Menon sir, our Honorary Vice President, Chairperson, Kannada State Cricket Association Sports Center, Shri Sujit Somsundar sir, our Joint Secretary, B.K. Ravi sir, to kindly come on stage, and our Honorary Treasurer, Shri B.N. Madhukar sir, to kindly come on stage and occupy your respectful seat on the dais.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as we will be welcoming our lovely personalities on the stage now. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳಿಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಈಗ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧಿಕೃತ ಚಾಲನೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾಗಿದೆ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇದಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅನೂಪ್ ಶಂಕರ್ ಅವರ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇರಿ. ಈಗ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ನಮಗೂ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ವೆಂಕಿ ಸರ್ ಅವರ ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಕೇಳೋಣ.
Shri V.M. Manjunath, Assistant Secretary, Karnataka State Cricket Association Sports Center, ಅವರು ಸಹ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to take the privilege in welcoming our Honorable President of Karnataka State Cricket Association, B.A. Venkatesh Prasad sir, to please address you all and speak a few words. I think he is the man who never ages ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅದೇ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅದೇ ಎಂಥೂಸಿಯಾಸಮ್. ಪ್ರತಿ ಬಾರಿ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಅದೇ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸುವಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಿ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರನ್ನ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸರ್. ಎಸ್
Got to wear my glasses. That shows how young I am. Firstly, now I need to welcome all the members here, the life members, the KSCA Clubhouse members, legends of the game, ambassadors of the sport, all the dignitaries, and also a special welcome that I need to say here for Shanta Ranga Swami, our legendary women cricketer, first women captain, and a first woman to hit a six. Also to my colleagues, Rahul Dravid, thank you very much for coming, Rahul. Jammy, we call him. The wall, you all call him. So thanks, Rahul, for being here. Anil Kumble, and his family. Thank you, Anil. Our own G.R. Vishwanath. I hope he is here. Don't see him. I think he would be coming here probably. And also to the families of late C. Nagaraj and the families of late Captain Dr. Timapaya. Welcome to you all. We have all assembled here for this 50 years of Chinnaswamy Stadium. It's a great moment, a moment of immense pride and nostalgia as M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, our own M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, completes 50 glorious years. And it stands as a symbol of Karnataka's rich cricketing heritage and contribution to Indian and international cricket. So in such an iconic stadium, how can we not play cricket? Right? For the last 8 months, there was absolutely no cricket happening. So I could see the stadium crying, honestly, saying that, I'm a cricket stadium here and why there's no cricket matches happening. So I would like to give you all the best possible news that one can hear in this year, in 2026, that is bringing back IPL matches and the international cricket matches here back to our iconic M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. That was one of our major promise when we were contesting the elections, to bring back those glory days, which this managing committee, the office bearers who are here on the dais with me, and all the managing committee members who are sitting out there in front of me, they worked tirelessly, day and night, to make this possible. And this was in our manifesto as well. And this managing committee, including the office bearers, have done something which one can't even imagine. I think that's the amount of work that has gone to bring back the international cricket and the IPL matches as well back to here in Chinnaswamy Stadium. So having said that, but I was 18 when I came here to, when I came here, I had not even seen this ground till I was 18, honestly. I was just playing back in my home turf. Well, if I have to say home turf, that is ITI colony where I was. And my friends who were sitting right there used to make fun of me coming from ITI, with a small bag, just a pair of shoes, with me just to come and bowl here later on, even in my first class career as well. So I was 18 when I came here. I was playing for Durrani cricketers. And that's my first memory of coming here and playing for my Durrani cricketers. And now when you get to know that you're playing at KSCA, there were two grounds. One is in the brackets, I used to say T, and another one KSCA brackets M. So M means matting, that was outside, and T is the turf ground. So obviously when we used to find that T in brackets, we were all so excited to come here and play. So that's how it all started. So I was 18 years then. And I still remember one of the game that when I played for Syndicate Bank when I was 19 years, we were playing this finals against SBI, State Bank of India. I was working for Syndicate Bank. I just had turned 19. So we were playing here. And I was playing against a very formidable side with top, first-class cricketers, international cricketers, legendary cricketers. And when I say legendary cricketers, that SBI team had J.R. Vishwanath, Syed Kirmani, Roger Binny, Raghuram Bhatt, all these players playing. So I was playing against them. And one thing I remember when I was playing, I was standing at point. And J.R. was batting, Vishy was batting. So he plays a late cut. He comes onto the front foot. I'm just 19 years then. So I didn't know, I just heard of those late cuts that he plays, and he plays that so late and so on. So I was standing at point and late Vijay Krishna was bowling, left arm spinner, he's no more with us. So Mr. J.R. Vishwanath comes forward, steps forward. And I thought the moment you come forward, you tend to drive the ball towards covers or mid-off or mid-on and those sort of things. So for a fraction of a second, I didn't know where the ball was. He had already committed on the front foot. And he lets the ball come and he doesn't even watch the ball and he plays it so late. He's watching the bowler and plays the ball here. Honestly, so it took me a fraction of a second to understand where the ball was. And since I was standing at point, and after a fraction of a second, I saw the ball going towards my left. And so I had to chase all the way to the boundary line. So those are the memories which I cannot forget at all. And of course, when it comes to those iconic moments, international experiences and the moments, because I'm sure you all would be thinking that I would be talking about the India-Pakistan game. No, not that. For me, there was another moment that I would like to say here, or state here, is that match against Australia. Okay, it was a Titan Cup, and so we were 8 down, chasing the score. We still had 55 runs to score. Okay, two wickets to go. That's about it. And it was 9-10 jack, and I was a jack, most often than not. So it was Anil Kumble and Javagal Srinath who are batting in the middle. Okay, and they have this partnership of 50-55 runs and they win the game for India, and that's something which I cannot forget because I was literally next up, okay, and I have got no confidence in batting, and I'm sure the whole team didn't have any confidence in me as well as a batter. So that's something which I couldn't forget at all, the way Anil and Srinath played that game and won the game for India. So those are few of my memories. Of course, I can take a long time, but I can just go on and on. But then, yeah, I need to leave the mic for others as well. But then I also need to pay my tributes to my predecessors. I think heartfelt congratulations and my sincere gratitude to all former administrators, office bearers, and visionaries. Their foresight, dedication, and tireless efforts transformed Chinnaswamy Stadium into one of the most respected, loved cricketing venues, an iconic venue in the world. Having said that, my own administrative association with this great institution was in 2010 to 2013, when our own Anil Kumble was the president and our own Javagal Srinath was the honorary secretary. So I had the privilege to be a part of this administration set up during 2010 to 13, and that period, I should say, laid a very, very strong foundation for several progressive initiatives and infrastructural developments. One of the best period, a golden era, I should say, for Karnataka cricket during 2010 to 2013, those 3 years when they were part of it. And of course, we strengthened the infrastructure and the facilities, streamlining of cricketing and administrative processes. And of course, during that time, even Sujit was involved. Rahul Dravid was an integral part of streamlining cricketing structure those days in that period. Avinash Vaidya was involved as well. And also enhancing member engagement and operational efficiency within KSCA. After that, I think probably it was now, say about last year, it all started from August. The intent of contesting the elections. So obviously, the decision was driven by my sincere desire to give back to cricket and to the association. That's how it all started. When our Santosh, our secretary, and Vinay Mrutyunjaya and we three of us sat together, and that's how we started talking about what we need to be doing, looking at the state of affairs at KSCA, be it cricket or administrative affairs. So that's when I said, let's all come together, okay, and let's all give back something to the association and for cricket. The commitment to contribute meaningfully towards strengthening KSCA and its legacy. That's how Team Game Changers came into existence. Our manifesto was very, very clear, and we had a dynamic team. Of course, we had to select the team. They were all handpicked, combining experience and youthful energy, guided by clear, meaningful manifesto focused on cricketing excellence, infrastructure development, and member-centric initiatives. Talking about the cricket development, the establishment and strengthening of academic cricket across the state of Karnataka was one of our priority. Creating a robust and inclusive cricketing ecosystem at the grassroots levels. I don't want to dwell too much on this because I'm going to let our Honorary Vice President, Sujit Somsundar, to talk about this. And also coming to the structure of cricket calendar, I think there's a lot of brainstorming that went into cricket calendar, because when we took on our positions here, when we assumed the office, they didn't have a good structure. Cricket was not happening, and a lot of cricketers were suffering. There was no league matches that was in place. So that's when there was a lot of brainstorming that happened. Santosh Menon, our secretary, leading the whole group, which included Rahul Dravid, Vijay Bharadwaj, many good cricketers in the group. So it was an introduction of well-planned, structured and transparent cricketing calendar for each season, ensuring consistency, opportunities and better scheduling for all stakeholders. Again, I don't want to dwell too much on it because I'm going to request later on our Honorary Secretary, Santosh Menon, to come and throw some light on that. Well, the next is sports center upgradation. That's one of our, again, priorities in our manifesto. When we started contesting, when we started campaigning. So upgrading KSCA Sports Center into a state-of-the-art facility, world-class infrastructure, and enhanced ambience for members, which was not visible. To whoever we spoke, I think they were not happy with the way things were happening there at the sports center or the clubhouse. So we had to do something. We had to bring back the members. The members were not happy at all. They were not coming back to KSCA. They were looking at greener pastures, to different other clubs and institutions. So we thought, yes, I think we need to be doing something at the sports center to upgrade it to the best of the state-of-art facility and to bring back our members. So that we are definitely going to, the work has already started, and I'm sure our Vinay Mrutyunjaya is going to share more information on sports center upgradation. And the most important thing this evening is not just about celebrating 50 years, 50 glorious years of our M. Chinnaswamy Stadium. It is also about honoring our legends for their contribution for cricket globally and for the state. So we here at the managing committee, in our meeting, we decided that we are going to name some of the stands, some of the ends, honoring the legends of the game. And we came up with naming the pavilion end here as the Anil Kumble end. Many congratulations, Anil. You deserve it. And the northern end, on the other side, it's Rahul Dravid end. And you both are legendary players. You deserve much, much more than this. So thank you very much for accepting and being here, both Anil Kumble and Rahul Dravid. And of course, comes the naming of a stand in honor of the legendary women cricketer, Shanta Swami. This should have happened long back. I don't think Shanta should have waited for this long. I hope I can call you Shanta. Such a legendary figure in women's cricket, probably created the pathway for a lot of women cricketers to follow what she did. So the B lower is something which we have, the stand that we are going to name after Shanta, because that's where she hit her first six. And of course, dedicating the member stands here to former administrators, late Sri C. Nagaraj and late Captain Dr. Timapaya, in recognition of their invaluable service. The greatest administrators that we have seen in Bangalore, in Karnataka, and also the greatest administrators that Indian cricket has seen. So they both have served for a long time, and they deserve their names to be put in our stands as well. And M3 and M4 is what we have proposed for late Sri C. Nagaraj and late Sri Captain Dr. Timapaya. So support for women cricketers is something which I would like to also say here, talk about. Introduction of gratis scheme for retired women cricketers with effect from 1st of April 2026. So there is a specific fixed deposit earmarked with the interest utilized exclusively for supporting retired women cricketers. And also we had promised in our manifesto before the elections that we are going to give a second membership for institutional members. So granting second membership to institutional members, cricket playing clubs, in line with the last AGM approval, of course, to be implemented again from 1st of April 2026. And that strengthens our club participation and engagement. Now coming to the upcoming executive committee elections which is going to happen on the 7th of March. So obviously we need a very vibrant blend of youth and energy in the executive committee. Okay, that executive committee elections is for the Clubhouse, the sports center, and we need strong connections with members for progress, seamless partnership between the managing committee, office bearers, and executive committee, so that we could progress together, we could fast track and upgrade a lot of things at the KSCA Sports Center and make it a state-of-the-art infrastructure. Just the last few things. Please bear with me. So this is where I request all the members as well here present to, the power lies in your hands and you are the ones who have to make the decision. So I request you to choose a team capable of delivering united and coordinated effort. Select representative who can ensure quick and meaningful enhancements. Vote for those who honor our shared passion for cricket and community. The stakes are really high out here, even for the executive committee elections. And if this team has got a lot of energy and enthusiasm in them, if they are elected, that would speed up the improvement and the quality of improvement as well. Because the members deserve world-class facilities. The right executive committee makes this possible faster. So unity between the managing committee, office bearers, and the executive committee translates directly into better outcomes for all. Lastly, our commitment, we have already demonstrated that in the last 65 to 70 days. As I said, everybody were working day and night, especially the people, Honorary Secretary and Vinay Mrityunjaya, Santosh Menon and Vinay Mrityunjaya, they worked tirelessly to get cricket back here. So they've demonstrated the ability to deliver. Now, we need an executive committee that shares our vision and energy. Together, we can transform promises into reality at an unprecedented pace. So I request you all to come out on 7th of March and to vote the EC members, our EC members, team game changers. So with that, I would like to thank you all for being here and wish you all a lovely evening, a very happy evening. This is, we're all celebrating the glorious 50 years of M. Chinnaswamy Stadium and also the naming of stands, which I just mentioned, on the legendary cricketers and the administrators. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Venkatesh sir.
Now I Ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, enthusiasm, and a sense of pride, let me take this proud privilege to call on stage our Honorary President, Shri Venkatesh Prasad, our Honorary Secretary, Shri Santosh Menon Sir, our Honorary Vice President, Chairperson, Karnataka State Cricket Association Sports Center, Shri Sujit Somsundar Sir, our Joint Secretary, B.K. Ravi Sir, to kindly come on stage, and our honorary treasurer, Shri B.N. Madhukar sir, to kindly come on stage and occupy your respectful seat on the dais.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as we will be welcoming our lovely personalities on the stage now. ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳಿಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಈಗ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧಿಕೃತ ಚಾಲನೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾಗಿದೆ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇದಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅನೂಪ್ ಶಂಕರ್ ಅವರ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇರಿ. ಈಗ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅದು ನಿಮಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ನಮಗೂ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ವೆಂಕಿ ಸರ್ ಅವರ ಬಾಯಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳೋಣ.
Shri B.M. Manjunath, Assistant Secretary, Karnataka State Cricket Association Sports Center ಅವರು ಸಹ ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to take the privilege in welcoming our Honorable President of Karnataka State Cricket Association, B.A. Venkatesh Prasad sir, to please address you all and speak a few words. I think he is the man who never ages ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅದೇ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅದೇ ಎಂಥೂಸಿಯಾಸಮ್. ಪ್ರತಿ ಬಾರಿ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಅದೇ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸುವಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಿ ಎ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರನ್ನ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಸರ್, ಎಸ್.
Got to wear my glasses. That shows how young I am. Firstly, now I need to welcome all the members here, the life members.
And after this stampede, unfortunately, there were not much of substantial progress by then committee to work towards bringing back cricket to this iconic stadium. The only next initiative to bring back cricket to the stadium was by this committee. Me as a chairman of the public relation assisted along with the president and Santosh Menon, mainly to mention their names, and other office bearers and managing committee members. The elections was held on 7th of December. On the 10th of December, we met the chief minister and deputy chief minister at Belgaum when the session was in progress. And we made an earnest request to them, telling that we want to bring back cricket to the Chinnaswamy stadium. The chief minister, based on the request made by Venkatesh Prasad and the committee, within few days, he called for its cabinet meeting and he reversed the decision and said that you can conduct the matches in the stadium, however subject to the condition that you have to implement all the Kunna committee recommendations. And also he made the Honorable Home Minister as responsible to look into the implementation of the safety standards and the fans' experience for conduct of the matches in the stadium. Within a day, we went and met the Home Minister, Parmeshwar, and once again Venkatesh Prasad made a request to the Minister on behalf of the Karnataka State Cricket Association, stating that some of the recommendations what has been made by the Kunna committee, all of them cannot be implemented instantly. There are certain things which can do it immediately. There are certain things which can be done it over a period of time, and some of them required a long-term infrastructural changes for which we required some time. So the Home Minister, on the request of the President and the office bearers, immediately passed a government order forming a high-level committee, and this high-level committee had to get into the recommendation, the chairmanship of GBA Chief Commissioner, the Bangalore City Police Commissioner, officials from the BESCOM, Fire Force, PWD, etc. So this committee had series of meetings with the committee. They made number of inspections, and after that they came with their final findings. And as late as yesterday morning, we had a meeting with the Honorable Home Minister Parmeshwar under his leadership, and they have accepted the phased implementation recommendation which was given by the Karnataka State Cricket Association. The cabinet last evening has approved the phase manner what we have requested, and now they have allowed us to conduct the international and IPL matches. we are awaiting a formal letter from the government. I also take this opportunity to thank the Karnataka Government State Cabinet, thank the Honorable Chief Minister S. Sidramaya, the Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar, and one person who has played a very important role in guiding us. Under his leadership, it was made possible. His Honorable Home Minister Sri Parmeshwar, Honorable PWD Minister Satish Jarkioli. These are the people whom we met and we explained to them what is the kind of forced implementation we could do. Apart from that, I would like to compliment and thank behalf of the Karnataka State Cricket Association, the chairman of the high-level committee Maheshwar Rao, the member secretary Bangalore City Police Commissioner Srimant Singh, ADGP from the Fire Force Swami, managing director of the BESCOM, chief engineer, the executive engineer of the PWD and the other officials from the PWD department, officials from the medical and health department of the Karnataka government. So these were the officials who have really helped us in bringing our cricket to Chinnaswamy Stadium. I take this opportunity, behalf of the KSCA, to thank them. However, I would not like to take away the credit which entirely goes to Venkatesh Prasad and his team for the kind of dedicated effort they have put, where they are available to meet the ministers, the bureaucrats, the officials. So, behalf of the KSCA, once again I thank the Karnataka government for bringing back cricket to this iconic stadium. Thank you, Venkatesh Prasad, for giving me an opportunity to coordinate with you and get back cricket to KSCA. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vinay sir, for unveiling the vision of Karnataka State Cricket Association and for reinvigorating the long-lost glory of our Karnataka State Cricket Association. A huge round of applause to the committee members and to Vinay sir for reinvigorating the lost glory, ladies and gentlemen. Before we move ahead and invite the further dignitaries, so we request the dignitaries to kindly make way for the presentation.
And all the presentations will be up on the LED that we have. So I request our respected dignitaries on the stage please make way for the presentation and the LED to be visible to our audience. Thank you, respect.
KSCA Clubhouse members, ladies and gentlemen, ambassadors of the sport, all the dignitaries, and also a special welcome that I need to say here for Shanta Ranga Swami, our legendary women cricketer, first women captain, and the first woman to hit a six. Also to my colleagues, Rahul Dravid, thank you very much for coming, Rahul. Jamie, we call him. The wall, you all call him. So thanks, Rahul, for being here. Kumble, Anil Kumble, and his family. G.R. Vishwanath, I hope he is here. And also to the families of late C. Nagaraj and the families of late Captain Dr. Timapaya. Welcome to you all.
Give you a brief presentation on what we intend doing over the next season. It may be a bit boring for few of you, but I'm sure some of them, it may be a little bit interesting. pardon me for the people who are getting bored and people who are getting interested. If you have any suggestions, you can come back to my room next day and tell me. This is basically when we met after the elections. As the President mentioned in his opening remark, there was a lot to be done on the cricketing front, basically with regard to the calendar, the formats, the rules, etc., etc. On one side, we had the running around to do with the government officials to get back cricket, which Vinay has explained in detail. On the other side, we couldn't neglect getting ready for the season that's upcoming. In that pursuit, we all met. We had a lot of brainstorming sessions with people involved. Venkatesh Prasad has mentioned the names, so I won't repeat them. And we came up with a few thought processes, I would call, not necessarily ideas, that would ensure that we have a great cricketing season and ensure that every young cricketer, girl or boy, gets the best of facility from the KSCA, gets the best of opportunity from the Karnataka State Cricket Association, and we'll keep developing over it. We will keep improving upon it. Of course, as you are aware, we have formed the, most importantly, first thing we did was form the CAC, that is the Cricket Advisory Committee, and we were extremely thankful to legendary cricketers Anil Kumble, Javagal Srinath and Sunil Joshi to have accepted this role. They guided us through it. We had, like Vinay said, on 10th, we had a meeting with the Chief Minister. Probably I don't remember the date. On 12th or 13th, we had a meeting with the legends to discuss what we can do with regard to cricket. So now I'll run you through this presentation quickly. This is the cricketing season, what we desire to have during the 26-27 season. What we have decided is we give the stakeholders a complete calendar of the season well in advance, so that every stakeholder, whether he is a player, club secretary, umpire, scorer, ground authority, is well aware what's happening when. And based on those thought processes, we decided to come up with a complete calendar for the season so that everybody is aware of what's happening when. We set out some ground rules also. The ground rules were that the season should be precisely between April and September before the BCCI season starts. We should ensure that no cricketer is overburdened. You know, the workload management theories in vogue these days. So we had to ensure that nobody is overloaded, especially the fast bowlers. We had to ensure that the grounds are in perfect shape. So we had some certain ground rules that we will not play more than 14 or 15 days on a turf wicket. Keeping these parameters in mind, we were able to jot down a season which would be absolutely clear right from the beginning of the season. I will run you through the season. The first thing we decided was we'll have the season starting April 15th and go on till say September 30th, because the BCCI season starts by October. So we start off with the Kasturi Rangan Memorial T20 tournament. The window is clear, the dates are clear. There may be minor changes because of certain challenges, but however, we will stick to this as far as possible. So we have the T20 tournament for clubs, Group 1, between April 15th and 2nd May. We have the Under 16 Inter-Club between 20th April and 15th May. This was precisely done so that children don't miss out on school. These are the summer vacations, so we thought we'll play the Inter-Club during this time so that children can focus on academics as well. Then we do the YSR Memorial Tournament, which was unfortunately not played for the last 3 years. So we decided we will play that between 28th April and 30th May. Then we go on to the Under 19 Inter-Club Tournament, which we'll play between 8th June and 2nd July. Maharaja Trophy, we have kept a window for 5th June and 25th June because that's a bit dynamic, because we have the broadcasters involved, franchises involved, etc., etc. Then we go on to the league matches, which is most important. We wanted to ensure that we play most of the games, 10 or 11 games before we get into. So what we have decided is we finish off with the white ball, then come into the red ball tournaments. So we start off with the league from 27th June. We go on to play all the 3 divisions, first, second and third division. Then we also play the school matches simultaneously during July and August. Then we have the Under 19 Interzonal Tournament between 12th and 25th August. We have the S.A. Srinivasan Memorial Under 23 Tournament between 15th and 28th June. We have the under-16 interzonal tournament between 2nd and 15th September. We have the Timapaya Memorial Tournament between September 5th, 3rd and 30th September. We have the League Cum Knockout Tournament for the 4th Division between October and November, and the 5th Division between 9th. The under-14 Interclub again, this was deliberately done to ensure that the children play during Dasara vacation, again so that they don't miss out school, between 19th October and 13th November. Then we have the BT Ramaya Shield for the under-14 children, that in November 26th. Then the League Cum Knockout for 5th Division in November, December, and the under-14 interzonal tournament between 23rd December and 5th January. So what we have tried to ensure that we don't play any cricket, especially league and school cricket, between January, February, March, when they have to concentrate on academics. That was another point we thought about. Then regarding Group 2, we thought we'll have the window for Group 2 for T20 tournament between May and September. Window between May and September for the Group 2 First Division T20 tournament. And similarly, F50 tournament between January and February of 27 for the Group 2. And Group 2, similarly, 2nd Division between January and February. Now coming to the, I'll just run you through the formats so that you are well aware what's the format we're thinking at. We have 48 teams in the First Division. So we thought we'll get 12 teams from the 4th and 5th Division after a knockout phase, so that we have 60 teams in the Super League, where we divide them into 12 groups of 5 each, and then 2 teams qualify for the knockout. Similarly for the YSR, with regard to First Division and 2nd Division, since there are more number of teams this year, for whatever reason, the number of teams have been increased quite a bit in the last few years. So we thought we will reduce it back to 12 teams in a phased manner. So in the first year, we'll have 14 teams in the First Division divided into 2 groups, and then have these league and breakup of 2 leagues, and then come down to relegate 4 teams so that we have only 12 teams the following year. 2nd Division, similarly, we have 16 teams. We'll reduce it to 14 teams by next year. 3rd Division, we have 18 teams. We'll try and reduce it to 16. And probably over 2-3 years, we'll be back to 12 teams in each division. That's the plan for the First Division. Group 2, same thing, what I was explaining about. And regarding format for the tournaments, we have decided that school cricket, unfortunately, doesn't have the same players playing, so we thought we'll have more number of relegations and promotions. So what we have decided is 4 teams will get relegated from 1st to 2nd, and 4 teams will get promoted from 2nd to 1st, and 8 teams will get relegated from 2nd to 3rd, and 8 teams will get relegated from 3rd to 1st. And this is what is about school tournament. Now, new initiatives, this is what we have thought about. One is, of course, reviving the old tournament which was there for the 2nd Division champions versus the champions of the Mofussil teams. We'll revive that tournament. We'll ensure that all white ball tournaments, that is the Kasturi Rangan and YSR Memorial tournaments, are played with white ball with colored clothing right from the start. So every cricketer gets an opportunity to play with white ball and colored clothing right from the start with regard to white ball. And another important initiative what we thought of is Group 2 teams were asked to bring balls themselves, but we have decided that KSCA will provide these balls from this year onwards. And another important initiative what we took this year is what we saw is there were some young cricketers who were playing the 1st, 2nd and 3rd Division league, and unfortunately after the season they were not getting much opportunity because they were seniors and there was no cricket for them post the league. So what we have taken a very conscious decision is any under 23 cricketer who's young, who is eligible to play under 20 for that particular season, who has played 3 or less matches in the 1st, 2nd and 3rd league, that is the red ball cricket, will be allowed to play 4th and 5th division again, because the 4th and 5th division will happen later, so they'll get more opportunities. Each team will be allowed 2 players from those divisions, so that they get an opportunity, so that who have missed out will not miss out on cricket. Regarding women's cricket, like I said, is the in thing now after having won the World Cup, after the World Cup. And Shanta, thank you for starting off this trend long back, say probably 4 decades ago. But anyway, for women's cricket, we'll have all tournaments like the men's. We'll try and bring women's cricket on par with men's cricket as fast as possible. So we'll have a window for them for the T20 first 3 divisions, under 19, under 15. Then we have interzonal tournaments as it is. And now this is with regard to calendar. Now coming to what we have decided is this, during the non-season time, we have to concentrate a lot on the back end work. That is with regard to umpiring, scoring, curators, videos. I think I'll leave that to BK Ravi to explain. I think he's the best man. He's a former umpire, former BC umpire, so he knows best how to give wrong decisions. Am I right? Come on.
Respected dignitaries, senior members, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great privilege to be in front of you. As he said about the cricket, but definitely cricket cannot be played without umpires and the support staff. So umpires' role or the support staff role is very important. If you have, as this team, we are proposing to have a better cricket by doing so many things of developing, by having the academy and other things at nook and corner of Karnataka. At the same time, unless you have a quality umpiring, you cannot improve the quality cricket. So this committee is now definitely has decided that to have a quality umpiring, we are now started that we'll have a separate exam for the umpires and at all the centers, and also we'll have the refresher course for all the umpires to show that the quality of cricket umpiring is improved. At the same time, we are also going to have the scorers examination at all the centers, giving an opportunity for all the young cricketers who can come up, take up this scoring exam, and also they will be given an opportunity to score regularly, doing the scoring aspect. Apart from this, we are also going to have a performance evaluation, or what we call as video analysis. There first time we are bringing up this. The committee has proposed that we'll start the new initiative by bringing this, so giving an opportunity for a lot of young cricketers to be the video analyst, so that we'll have the training for all of them, and we'll also put a majority of the matches under the camera. So this is what we have proposed, so that the quality of cricket will be improved, because it will be telecasted in whatever it is, wherever it is possible. And also we are going to have a curators classes. We are going to bring up the classes or training for the curators, which is very, very important, because the cricket pitches is very, very important for to play a better performance for the players. So we are going to have a curators classes. We are going to bring out more and more curators at all the centers. Even at the official centers, we would like to have a better curators. So we are going to have the curators classes also. And last but not the least, which my colleague Mr. Sudhir Somsundar will explain you, we are also going to have the O-level coaching for all the club secretaries, players from the clubs. So I request all the club secretaries here to please encourage your players to take up the umpiring, scoring, video analyst, or curator course, or whatever it is, coaching as a O-level. So it will be great opportunity by this committee to all the cricketers, especially for the club cricketers, to utilize this services from us and see that the better cricket, and we have the best of the cricket grow, and we see the best of cricket from Karnataka, and we bring more laurels to Karnataka. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now I once again Association Sports Center, ladies and gentlemen.
They'll get bored of me, man. Okay, anyway, quickly, I know give you a brief on what we intend doing with regard to the KSCA Sports Center. Like Venki mentioned in his opening remark, that has to be a member-centric one. It has to be a vibrant sports center. It has to be one of the best in the city. We have one of the best locations in the city, so we need to have the best clubhouse as well. So in that pursuit, we are planning a lot of changes. Initial drawings have already been, we have already hired architects. Initial drawings are done. We are also getting into the prototypes, what we need to do. So I'll just run you through this presentation very quickly. Not much of time I will be taking. So this is what we intend doing on the clubhouse lawns. We thought that the first floor is a place which we can explore. Unlike the present tiled roof structure, we'll go for a permanent structure, and we can probably have a top. This is what we intend to doing in the clubhouse. These are the party halls, garden restaurant, what we plan to do. This is the banquet hall. This is the club lobby, the entrance of the club which we plan to do. These are the washrooms. Very sad to say, but can't stop mentioning it. The washrooms have to be the best in the club. So we're planning better washrooms, both for men and women. This is the whole layout plan, what we intend doing. We have some aesthetic pictures as well to make it more, the ambience much better. All these are plans in progress. I'm sure all of you will be able to experience this come in a very, very short time. This is the reception counter. These are the furnitures what we are planning to give. This is the another kind of ambience in a cricket association ideally. These are the partition. These are all very basic pictures I've shown you. It will all be in action probably in about a year's time. That much I can tell you. So be rest assured that we are serious about the clubhouse as well. We are extremely serious about making the club center a very vibrant and very top class facility in the city of Bangalore. After we have a small presentation by Sujit, I think they'll talk about it. And of course, the main item on the agenda would be the naming of the stands. So all those who are getting a little restless, please bear with us for some more time.
Thank you, Santosh sir. Without further ado, I would like to hand over to Mr.
I call upon the Honorable Vice President, Chairman of the Karnataka State, the Honorable Chairman of the Karnataka State Cricket Association Sports Center, Shri Sujit Somsundar, to kindly address the Cabinet.
All right. I've been parroted up from a long time. Not used to it being an opening bat, but I'll try my best to finish my innings pretty quickly. Good evening to all the esteemed life members, the members of the KSCA Sports Center and family, the legends of the game, respected seniors and friends of Karnataka cricket. First of all, on behalf of the President and the Managing Committee, I want to begin with one heartfelt message. Thank you. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your faith. Thank you for voting us in and giving us this privilege to serve Karnataka cricket. We do not take this mandate lightly. As you have already seen, we have started working from day one because we understand that your vote and the confidence that you have given us is not just for positions, but it was for a purpose. It's not just for administration, it was for some direction. For me, personally, this moment is deeply emotional because Chinnaswamy Stadium is like my second home. Karnataka Cricket Association gave me my identity. I keep saying this. It shaped me as a cricketer. It shaped me as a holistic human being. And today you have given me this opportunity to give back in a way that can impact generations. So this responsibility is sacred to me. And we are all very fortunate that this journey is not ours alone. We are backed and inspired by some of the greatest minds of the game, Mr. Anil Kumble, Rahul Dravid, Javagal Srinath, stalwarts who have not only represented Karnataka but India with distinction. And they continue to guide us with clarity and conviction. We are also enriched with valuable insights of other internationally experienced cricketers like Vijay. I think Vijay Bharadwaj is not here. And Sunil is here, Sunil Joshi. And a few others who I might have missed, but surely on our minds. So we stand on strong shoulders. If you know, Mr. Anil and Srinath have rebuilt their shoulders. Indian cricket rested on their shoulders. We continue to do so. So tonight, I thought of presenting the vision that we have for continuing our legacy that builds our future. You know, today as we celebrate the 50 glorious years of international cricket, test cricket at the Chinnaswamy Stadium, it is only fitting that we also announce how the next 50 years of Karnataka cricket will be built. So, to present you the KSCA Center of Cricket Excellence and Leadership, I don't know how the slides are moving. Do we have the presenter? So let's start with the vision and the roadmap. Trust is given by all of you, by people, and vision is how we honor your trust in us. The next 50 years of Karnataka cricket will not happen by chance. It should happen by design. So what's the vision? To make Karnataka India's leading cricket development state, producing technically sound, mentally strong, and globally competitive cricketers for both men and women. What's the mission? To build a world-class, high-performance ecosystem, just not cricketers in Karnataka, not just in Bangalore, but in Karnataka. It has to be a seamless pathway from juniors, from grassroots to the senior state teams. We also, for that to happen, we need to integrate cricket coaching with sports science, with analytics, and continuous professional development in terms of education, so that we can develop players holistically. So what's our pathway? Talent should never be lost because of a gap in the system. So our responsibility is to ensure that every promising cricketer knows exactly what the next step is. In many systems, talent emerges, but pathways are unclear, and selections are episodic. So transitions feel uncertain, and that's why we are trying to remove this uncertainty. So it all begins in our districts, where passion is raw and the potential is abundant. This is where identification must be systematic, not incidental. So once we identify the talent in the districts, the next step is the zonal structure, where that is the bridge. This is where we aim to refine the talent. We'll have to monitor, we need to standardize, because zones are not secondary, they are strategic in our scheme of things. And then the KSCA Center of Excellence is the acceleration phase. Here performance is measured, preparedness is also very important, it's sharpened, and professionalism is expected. Only those who are ready for the next level move forward. By the time the player reaches the state team, there should be no surprise. He or she must be prepared technically, mentally, and tactically. So if you look at the bottom of the slide, structured pathways ensure talent progression without gaps. So this framework ensures three things: clarity, continuity, and consistency. So this is very important for us. After having spoken about other important things, cricket is the main thing. We brought cricket back. Today is like a flipped cricket match. The stands are empty, and people in the stand look towards the ground, and today it's the opposite. It's a good practice or a trial. Selection should be the outcome of preparation, not the beginning of it. So preparation is a hallmark of what our academy stands on. So when pathways are clear, ambition becomes structured. This is how we move from occasional excellence to sustained dominance. That's the aim. So now the pathway is clear. Let me show you how we elevate performance within it. Every great structure, as we all agree, stands on something unseen. And in cricket, that unseen strength is the foundation. Champions are not discovered at the top, they are developed at the base. If we get the base right, the summit takes care of itself. So talent should not depend on visibility. It should depend on identification. That's, I think, is a very important aspect. So we will institutionalize talent scouting across Karnataka into the districts. It should be systematic, structured and data supported. So that's the plan. Let me just quickly move forward. I know I don't want to stand between you and your dinner and your favorite drink. So the aim is that no gifted child in Karnataka go unnoticed. So the identification becomes very important. It's the beginning, and then grassroots development where habits are built, technique is shaped, attitude is formed. At this stage, we are not selecting players. We are shaping the character. Competition, and then competition completes. Interzonal camp, matches, etc. completes the development cycle. Interzonal camp, matches, tournaments will create that early exposure to intensity, pressure and match awareness. That's the intention. So because game intelligence must start early. If you want strong teams, we must build strong districts and zonal teams. If you want leaders at the top, we must cultivate discipline at the bottom. All right. So somewhere in this, because see, somewhere in the small grounds in Karnataka, a young boy or a girl is definitely dreaming of wearing the Karnataka badge. It is our duty to make sure that the dream has a pathway. And the pathway must be very clear. So this is Bangalore, this is the Apex Center, that's the plan. We'll have this Apex Center. We will have eventually 4 satellite centers across Bangalore because Bangalore has grown. Traffic conditions don't allow players to come to our Apex Center here, so we will probably identify 4 satellite, east, west, north, south. That's where the cricketers go. Then we have the 6 zones, Shimoga, Mysore, Tumkur, Raichur, Dharwad and Mangalore. So we have all of these mapped out, every district zone to the Apex Center. One integrated ecosystem, that's the plan. A strong center, a connected state and a seamless pathway. So quickly, if you are serious about high performance, these are the non-negotiables, the 3 pillars. We have to move from just programs to systems because systems sustain excellence. For Karnataka to dominate consistently, not just sporadic, we need these 3 pillars. And then one of my favorites, the learning center where continuous professional development programs happen, not just coach development pathways. It's also about not just cricket, it's about various other aspects, not just cricketers, it's also about the ecosystem. We will train players firstly to read situations, just not about the game. Smart cricket wins championship. We bring in leadership, we bring in communication. So all of these aspects will be covered in the learning center. And also not just like I said, we will have coach development. We will have our Joint Secretary, Mr. B.K. Ravi mentioned, we have the scorers, we have the umpires, we have the performance analysts. So this is an education ecosystem. It becomes, again, this also has to be systematic and it has to be thorough. Now, last but not the least, I just want to mention about the infrastructure because institutions are not built in one term. They're built over time and leaders think beyond themselves. And that's what happened in 2010 and 2013 when under the leadership of Mr. Anil Kumble, Javagal Srinath, the foundation of world-class facilities was laid. They had the foresight to invest in facilities that would go on to serve generations. But it somewhere lost its steam after the 2013. Close to 15 it was functional, but then somewhere it got lost. So our responsibility is not to replace that vision, but to expand it. That's the idea. And infrastructure is not just about the buildings. It's about access. It's about access to quality practice, quality preparation, access to opportunity, because these facilities determine frequency. Frequency determines mastery. So that is what we need to focus on. The frequency of all the cricket development activities right from the districts. Because, and then cricket nowadays also demands indoor facilities where weather resilience, because some of the districts, rain affected, we need indoor. So maybe that's something that we need to look into. So as I conclude, I want to leave you all with one thought. Talent is never Karnataka's problem. Structure sometimes is. Continuity sometimes is. And alignment sometimes is. So this mission of our Center for Cricket Excellence and Leadership is about solving that permanently. So thank you for believing in us. Thank you for walking this journey with us. The best years of Karnataka cricket are not behind us. They are ahead of us. Jai Hind and Jai Karnataka. Let's have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorary Vice President Sujit Somsundar sir. Our Honorary Secretary sir shared the vision and the infrastructural proliferation of the Karnataka State Cricket Association Sports Centre. But now I'd like to call upon the Honorary Assistant Secretary, Shriyuta V.M. Manjunath, to speak about the proliferation activities that we shall be doing for the facilities in the Karnataka State Cricket Association.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the dais and the dignitaries on the dais. Our secretary showed you beautiful buildings, structures and vision. But what makes it more beautiful is the participation of you members. Your decorum, decoration and your participation, your suggestion is what makes our club beautiful. I honestly request you to participate in as much as possible in our future thoughts, plans. I like to request you for suggestions, participation, and the opportunities are very, very large. Cricket happens once in a while, but our sports center is 365 days. So your participation makes it bigger and larger and more beautiful. Thank you very much. Good night. Please enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, now the time that we have been waiting for long is here. So, neevu navu wait madidin takshana ig bande. It's now time that we will listen and watch the wishes and the VT of a legend himself. Put your hands together for a VT of Shri Jongal Srinath sir.
ಇದೊಂದು ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕ ಕ್ಷಣ. So I request all the members to kindly come and be seated amongst the audience, because what you will be witnessing is history. So we kindly request to pause wherever you are and get back to the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Over to the VT.
We have all assembled here for this 50 years of Chinnaswamy Stadium. It's a great moment, a moment of immense pride and nostalgia as M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, our own M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, completes 50 glorious years. And it stands as a symbol of Karnataka's rich cricketing heritage and contribution to Indian and international cricket. So in such an iconic stadium, how can we not play cricket? Right? For the last 8 months, there was absolutely no cricket happening. So I could see the stadium crying, honestly, saying that, I'm a cricket stadium here and why there's no cricket matches happening. So I would like to give you all the best possible news that one can hear in this year, in 2026, that is bringing back IPL matches and the international cricket matches here back to our iconic Chinnaswamy Stadium. That was one of our major promise when we were contesting the elections, to bring back those glory days, which this managing committee, the office bearers who are here on the dais with me, and all the managing committee members who are sitting out there in front of me, they worked tirelessly, day and night, to make this possible. And this was in our manifesto as well. And this managing committee, including the office bearers, have done something which one can't even imagine. I think that's the amount of work that has gone to bring back the international cricket and the IPL matches as well back to here in Chinnaswamy Stadium. So having said that, but I was 18 when I came here to, when I came here, I had not even seen this ground till I was 18, honestly. I was just playing back in my home turf. Well, if I have to say home turf, that is ITI colony where I was. And my friends who were sitting right there used to make fun of me coming from ITI, in a small bag, just to a pair of shoes, with me just to come and bowl here later on, even in my first class career as well. So I was 18 when I came here. I was playing for Durwani cricketers. And that's my first memory of coming here and playing for my Durwani cricketers. And now when you get to know that you're playing at KSCA, there were two grounds. One is in the brackets, they used to say T, and another one KSCA brackets M. So M means matting, that was outside, and T is the turf ground. So obviously when we used to find that T in brackets, we were all so excited to come here and play. So that's how it all started. So I was 18 years then. And I still remember one the game that when I played for Syndicate Bank when I was 19 years, we were playing this finals against SBI, State Bank of India. I was working for Syndicate Bank. I just had turned 19.
Honor our late Captain Dr. K.
Thank you so much for the association also.
Ma'am, thank you very much. Our magalagi, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ represent ಮಾಡಿದ ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ತಾವು ಬಂದ್ರಿ. ಬಹಳನೇ ಖುಷಿ ನಮಗೆ. And ಈ ಒಂದು ಸನ್ಮಾನವನ್ನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು madam. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time that we honor
one more stalwart administrator, a doyen administrator, a veteran, late Mr. C. Nagaraj, the former secretary, a man whose contribution goes to building this institution brick by brick, laid the mortar, and today made this institution what it is today. Though he is not present with us, it is the blessings of such doyens from up above that is being served as the guiding light and the spirit, like the North Star, they're guiding this institution. Now I call upon his son, and his son, Dr. B.N. Madhukar, he's our honorary treasurer, and along with him, I'd like to call upon Shri Supreet, his grandson, to kindly grace the dais.
Put your hands together to welcome the family of late Mr. C. Nagaraju, sir.
And our Honorable President will be dedicating a stand in his name.
For late C. Nagaraj.
Wow, that's a historic moment. Thank you so much. Aura kutumbastharu, aura mammaga kuda join agbekiತ್ತು. So thank you, aura parvagi ನೀವು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. We will remember late Mr. C. Nagaraju, sir, forever and ever. Thank you for joining us on this moment, sir.
ನಮ್ಮ ಖಜಾಂಚಿಗಳಾದಂತಹ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ BN ಮಧುಕರ್ ಅವರು ಎರಡು ಮಾತನಾಡಬೇಕೆಂದು ವಿನಂತಿ. ಈ ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಮಾತನಾಡಬೇಕೆಂದು ವಿನಂತಿ.
Good evening, everyone, on the dais and all the members present. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the President and the Managing Committee for dedicating this spectator stand in the honor of Saint Nagaraj. I recuse myself from this discussion, but remain thankful for the relentless efforts of some erstwhile members who proposed this years ago. Special thanks to Vinay for making this a reality. As a son of C. Nagaraj, I am proud that the association has recognized his 50 years of dedication and his devoted efforts to promote cricket, giving opportunities to many talented youngsters to hone and refine their skills from 1950 to 1998. For all those years of service, his legacy has continued. This recognition was delayed but not denied. Better late than never. On behalf of my family, I thank the managing committee and all those members who knew him from Central College days. I also appreciate the honor extended to late Captain Timmapaya for naming a spectator stand in his honor. This gentleman worked tirelessly when cricket was a passion, not an industry. Thank you for all for making this evening memorable.
Thank you, sir. And thanks to the family member of late Mr. C. Nagaraju, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, it's now time that we welcome and honor the legends of the cricket game. So are you ready for this? Are you all ready?
Check. Yeah, I would like to call upon Shanta Swami on the stage. We are naming B. Lower stand in her name, in her honor.
ಇನ್ನು ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಬರಲಿ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ.
back this. But mainly, besides Venki and Vinay and Santosh, I'd like to take Kalpana, Gayatri, Chandrika, Jayashri, Mala, Amy, Leena, all of and mainly Janvi Desai, who attacked, who virtually made it her job to put it on the social media. I'm thrilled with this, thank you, but I'm more thrilled because my 96-year-old uncle is 91-year-old aunt, my mother's brother and then my mother's sister, 85-year-old aunt, her husband, major in the army, almost 90. They're all here. Thank you, KSCA. God bless you.
ನಮ್ಮ ಕರುನಾಡಿನ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಮಗಳು ಶಾಂತಾರಂಗ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು ಇನ್ನೂ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಬರಲಿ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ.
ಅಂಡ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್, ಅಭಿಮಾನಿಗಳು, ಅವರ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಬಹಳ ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೇ ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಶಾಂತಾರಂಗ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒಕೇಶನ್. Thank you so much. I think one should need a friends like you to make a moment memorable. Thank you.
ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಭಗವಂತನೊಂದಿಗೆ ಏನಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಮೂಲೆ ಮೂಲೆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಶಾಂತಾರಂಗ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರಬೇಕೆಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ.
Madam, once again, congratulations on behalf of KSCA.
Now it's time for me to call upon Anil Kumble, and we are naming the pavilion in his name.
ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಅನಿಲ್ ಕುಂಬ್ಳೆ ಅವರು, a warrior sage of cricketing world, a man who led with steel and elegance, a man who scripted history like no others in the field of cricket, a man who symbolizes and who is a pillar of excellence.
ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡದವರು, ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಬರಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ. ಅನಿಲ್ ಕುಂಬ್ಳೆ is not just a cricketer but ಪದ್ಮಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಪುರಸ್ಕೃತರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡದವರು, a successful Indian bowler and the 4th highest wicket taker of all the time. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರ ಕುಟುಂಬಸ್ಥರು ಕೂಡ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಬೇಕು. I request the family members of Shri Anil Kumble sir to please join us on the stage. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಬನ್ನಿ madam, please join him. I think ಅವರ ಈ ಸಾಧನೆ ಏನೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಬಹುಶಃ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಈಗ ಅವರ ಸಾಧನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಅವರ ಖುಷಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ we are so happy to have you on the stage.
The only cricketer in the cricket history to take all 10 wickets. A few words from Anil.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. 2 ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂದ್ರು, 2 ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದೆ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಬೇಕು. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಚಿನ್ನಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸ್ಟೇಡಿಯಂಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ 9 ವರ್ಷ ನನಗೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ತಮಿಳುನಾಡು ರಂಜಿ ಟ್ರೋಫಿ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಕಸಿನ್ಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಆ ಗೇಟ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ಇದ್ರು. ಅವಾಗ ರಂಜಿ ಟ್ರೋಫಿಗೆ ಜನ ಬರೋರು, ಈಗ ತರ ಅಲ್ಲ. ರಂಜಿ ಟ್ರೋಫಿ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರಕ್ಕಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಗೋ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಣ್ ತಪ್ಪಿಸಿ ಪೊಲೀಸವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹುಡುಗ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಥರ ಒಳಗೆ ಬಂದು ನೋಡ್ದವನು. ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ನೋಡಿದೆ, ರಾಜರ್ ಬಿನ್ನಿ ಅವರು ಶತಕ ಬಾರಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಅವಾಗ ನೆನ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲೂ ನಾನು ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಆಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಆಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಥವಾ ಭಾರತ ಆಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ ಗ್ರೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಖಂಡಿತ ನೆನೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೊಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಡಿದಾಗ ರಾಜರ್ ಬಿನ್ನಿನೇ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಟನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು. ಅದೊಂದು ಕೋಇನ್ಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. Good evening, everyone. It's wonderful to see so many familiar faces here. People with whom I have played, those who have seen and followed me from close quarters, my family, my coaches and well-wishers. I stand before you humbled at what I consider one of the greatest honors of my life. As I mentioned to you, coming here to watch a match as a 9-year-old and then to see my name on top of a pavilion is something really special. The first international game here was in November 1974, when India took on Clive Lloyd's West Indies in the opening match of a 5-test series. This stadium was a result of the passion and vision of Mr. M. Chinnaswamy and a few others. For me to have been associated with it through every step of its evolution towards the iconic venue it has now become has been a great source of inspiration and motivation. As we celebrate As we celebrate 50 years of the stadium as an international venue, I am reminded that its journey mirrors the growth of Indian cricket itself. I want to sincerely thank the BCCI for creating a structure where dreams from every corner of India can find opportunity. Indian cricket today stands tall because of its strong foundation, and I was fortunate to be part of that journey. To the Karnataka State Cricket Association, KSCA has been my second home. In fact, I think I've spent more time here than actually at my place. From age group cricket to the Ranji Trophy, from learning to compete, learning to lead, everything began here. This stadium has witnessed unforgettable contests and moments of pride and heartbreak. As we look ahead, it must continue to evolve, making thoughtful changes to accommodate players, fans, administrators, media, and every other stakeholder. KSCA has always been the torchbearer, and I am confident that under Venki and his team, it will once again aim to modernize this iconic arena. It's really nice that my cricketing colleague Rahul Dravid and Shanta Swami are also being recognized for their massive contributions to Karnataka and Indian cricket. Along with Dr. Timapaya and Mr. C. Nagraj. Congratulations to all of you. To see the stands named after so many of our legends, some who I had the privilege of playing with, and others who set the tone and example for us to follow and emulate, is so just wonderful. I don't think it will be out of turn to state that all our contributions have made Karnataka cricket what it is, just as Karnataka cricket is what has made all of us. It's not really about whose name is on which stand. It's truly special that all the contributions have been recognized and are now permanently etched in the stadium. All the names that adorn the stands have all played a significant role in my journey, either as teammates, selectors, or coaches, or administrators, or well-wishers, or just with a word of encouragement, a pat on the back. I am truly grateful to them for their part in my progress as a cricketer and an individual. I say this with all sincerity and humility. No matter how much one might have played for India, coming back to play for Karnataka meant the world to me. And I know that I'm also speaking for Rahul and for all those from our state, men and women, who have represented the country. Don't get me wrong, it's a privilege to play for the nation, to be among only a very few who have had that opportunity. In India's long history as a test-playing country, only 318 men have played in test matches. But when you came back into the Karnataka dressing room, it was like returning home. You just had to turn up, not because you were expected to, or it was your duty. How else do you give back to the state and team that has taken you to the next level? It's difficult to put this in words, but I'm sure you all understand what I'm trying to convey. I'm delighted that the same tradition has continued even today, as we see some of our current international players turning up for the state and are on the cusp of bringing back the trophy home once again. I wish the Ranji Trophy team the very best in the semi-finals, and I'm extremely confident that they will go all the way. I've never been someone who has chased records and honors. I don't particularly like being in the limelight. But I have the greatest gratitude to the KSCA for having named the pavilion after me. Throughout my career, no one was sure how to classify me. Some called me a medium pacer. Some others referred to me as an in-swing bowler. And those who called me a leg spinner dismissed me as someone who couldn't turn the ball. I think Rahul also played for the straight one when I played against him in Kent and got him out at first slip. There were many who claimed that I was a guy who chucked. All this made me more determined than I can express in words. I hope when an ambitious young boy or a young girl who aspires to play for the state or the country comes into the stadium and sees my name, they can take heart from the fact that if you are committed and sincere to your craft, there are no heights that cannot be scaled. It might be my name on the board, but that is almost immaterial. This is not about celebration, it's about commitment. And that's why I keep saying that I'm humbled to be here. This honor is deeply special because it comes from my own people. So many of you have been a part of my incredible journey of highs and lows in our great sport. And I owe so much to them that thank you seems inadequate. Today, I feel that life has really come a full circle. I'm so thankful to my parents who allowed me to chase my dream with all seriousness. I knew growing up that education and values mattered a lot to them, and I'm glad I didn't disappoint them on that count. The first Ranji Trophy game I played at this venue was against Tamil Nadu. It was the second match of my debut season, and it will remain one of my more cherished memories because it was the first ever time my dad watched me play. And I was so happy that I got a 50 and took a 5-fer. That quiet pride in his eyes, meant more to me than any applause from the stands. My mother was more invested in my cricket, and I'm ever so thankful that she nurtured me into becoming who I am today. My wife, Chetna, and our kids, Aruni, Mayas, and Swasti, have been unwavering pillars of strength. Cricket brings applause, but it also brings pressure, criticism, long absences, and emotional highs and lows. They have lived every phase of this journey with me, the good days and the difficult ones. They sacrificed time, comfort, and moments that we can never get back. Yet, they never complained. They grounded me when things went well and lifted me when they didn't. I love you all so much. Behind every spell I bowled and every milestone I reached, there was a family quietly standing beside me. Their love has been constant, their support unconditional. If today I stand here with gratitude and humility, it is because of the foundation they gave me. I couldn't have achieved anything without my teammates. From my young cricketers' club days, to playing for the state, to playing for the country, and to franchise cricket. So thank you all, everyone who's been a part of my journey. And of course, the support of the KSCA and the BCCI, of the many selectors, coaches, more importantly physios, whom I kept occupied, and the other support staff, who always were willing to walk the extra mile. A special thanks to all the various ground staff who so keenly laid out practice pitches so that we could ply our trade. Of course, how can I forget my lecturers and my professors who tweaked rules so that I could fit in my pursuit of engineering degree alongside the hunt for runs and wickets. I can't forget the contribution of my friends in the media. They gave me space and privacy. Our relationships are forged in mutual respect, and I appreciate their part in this fabulous journey of delight and despair. Among my fondest memories of playing at the Chinnaswamy are leading the country in a test against Pakistan in 2007, winning the Titan Cup, which Venki alluded to, against Australia in 1996 in the company of my great friend and inspiration, Jawagal Sheena, and being a part of a few test match victories. There have been disappointments too, such as losing to Australia in 2004 and to Pakistan the following year. The most high-pressure game, I know Venki didn't want to talk about it, that I have been involved here has to be the 1996 World Cup quarter-final against Pakistan. The atmosphere was brilliant, but the stakes were so high. A knockout game, Pakistan as the opponents, the stage, the occasion, the atmosphere, and our bowling attack was spearheaded by Venki and Sri, and I was the spinner. So three of us trying to defend 286. So you can imagine the pressure when Pakistan started off really well. A personal highlight of me was winning the Ranji Trophy as player and captain, which came in 1995-96 season. To win a Ranji Trophy was certainly a dream come true. I had read about the Karnataka triumph in 1974 and also a couple of victories after that. And I know that Karnataka won a few more titles after we retired, but I think it's time to again bring home the cup. Like I mentioned, I'm not going to speak just a few words. I hadn't bargained for taking up so much of your time, but even I'm not immune to the charms of emotion. So thank you for bearing with me. Thank you again, Venki and your team, for this great honor. As homecomings go, I couldn't have asked for anything more. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. I will hand it over to Venki, sir, to proceed with the next following.
Thank you very much, Anil. Well, this dream of me naming the two ends on these two legendary cricketers, Anil Kumble and Rahul Dravid, was way back in 2010 when I was the vice president during Anil Kumble's regime as a president and Javagal Srinath as a secretary. When I said this in our MC meeting, okay, that was some 16 years back, saying that we need to name both these ends, on Anil Kumble and Rahul Dravid. Anil being the honorary president, then he said, "Illa guru bedamma navella iddivi illi office nalli." So naviddu ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ, such a humble soul, a thorough gentleman Anil Kumble is. And for me now, what gives me immense pleasure is not just about naming, and every single game here, whenever it happens, the commentators saying it as Anil Kumble end and Rahul Dravid end. So their names will be etched. So it's time for me to welcome Rahul Dravid on stage with his family, and we are naming the northern end as Rahul Dravid end. Please, Rahul. Thank you very much.
ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ರಾಹುಲ್ ದ್ರಾವಿಡ್ ಅವರು, a man who made patience
all my friends from the managing committee, all the former cricketers, ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed a real pleasure and a privilege to be here amongst you all today. It's an honor that I deeply appreciate. When Anil was talking, and Anil is always a very, very difficult act to follow. Right? We as young players coming through had to always follow on the sort of path that had been set by people like Anil Kumble and Javagal Srinath, and it was a very difficult path to follow. So speaking after Anil and the wonderful speech that he did is an extremely difficult thing to do, but I'm going to try my best. So I was just trying to remember when was the first time I came here. And the first time I came here was in 1981. I remember my father brought me here to watch a test match between India and England. In the old days, as some of you members will remember, these were temporary stands, and they would put up temporary stands on the right hand side here, and we came and watched India versus England. And I was so waiting and wanting to watch one of my heroes, G.R. Vishwanath. Unfortunately for me in that game, G.R. Vishwanath got out, I can still remember, got out LBW to, I think it was John Lever, for 3 or 4 runs. And I was almost in tears. But of course, it was nice to see, I think Mr. Sunil Gavaskar ended up scoring 172. And those were my first memories of coming to this iconic stadium brought here by my father. I remember coming here then at the age of 13 or 14, the first time I got an opportunity to come into this ground. In those days, the KSCA conducted a summer camp in the summer holidays. And I remember coming here as a 13 and a 14-year-old to get coached by the legendary coaches, Mr. K.K. Tarapur and Mr. P.S. Vishwanath. And I remember coming here and watching my good friend Sujit Somsundar, who's over here, who was already a legend because he had played under 15 cricket the year before. And I was, we used to come here in awe and watch Sujit Somsundar bat, and which is true. And, we learnt a lot from watching Sujit bat. But it's the truth, I'm not joking. So those were my early memories of coming into this ground. It's been a second home to me. And it's been a place where, like Anil said, we've probably spent more time here than we have spent in our houses. It's been a place of great happiness, sometimes great disappointments as well, but a place that has truly given me everything that I am today. I can never be more grateful for what the KSCA and this great ground and this iconic ground has given me in my life. I'm really thankful and grateful that Venkatesh Prasad and his committee thought it apt to name an end after me. I know this would mean a lot. I know this would mean a lot to my family. My father, who a lot of you may know, loved the game, and he was really instrumental in creating that love for the sport that I have. He brought me here to so many games, not only the test matches, but to Ranji Trophy games. Whenever he could take leave, he would bring me, we would come for at least one day in every match when I was a young kid to watch one day of cricket here at the KSCA. I think he would be so proud today to know that his son has an end named after him. What makes me even more proud is that I'm sharing this occasion and this honor with some people who I truly admire and respect. To be honored alongside Shanta Rangaswamy today, someone who has made a huge contribution to women's sport, to women's cricket. Not only just cricket, but I think when you look at how women's sport in all fields has progressed today, I think a huge credit should go to the pioneers like Shanta Rangaswamy for what they did when it was very, very difficult to play sport and to play cricket in this country. To Mr. C. Nagaraj and Dr. Timmapaya, I will always be forever grateful. They were the president and the secretary when I was growing up playing cricket at the KSCA. When I first made my debut for India, debut for Karnataka, Dr. Timmapaya and Mr. Nagaraj were a huge pillar of support and guidance. Mr. Nagaraj was also my first manager on the 1996 trip when I played for India. And I remember his guidance and his words of encouragement to me, even on that trip. I was not playing initially, but I remember Mr. Nagaraj coming to me and saying, "Don't worry, your time will come. When it comes, make the best use of it." I think what they did in their quiet way, again in a time when it wasn't very glamorous to be an administrator, I am so very glad that Venki and his committee has recognized their contributions and will always be forever be remembered in a stadium that they built and had a huge contribution to making the great stadium that it is today. What can I say about Anil? Again, and somehow it feels very apt that I have stood so much in front of Anil and watched him bowl that I think I'll be again standing in, my name will be standing there watching him, you know. I always say this, that, you know, going into an Indian team which had Anil Kumble, Javagal Srinath, Venkatesh Prasad and Sunil Joshi was fantastic for me. I was really lucky. Firstly, I was really lucky for two reasons. You can imagine coming to KSCA here to practice, and who was bowling to me? Srinath, Venki, Anil, Joshi, David Johnson, Doda Ganesh, all international bowlers. Like, I mean, if I didn't make it in international cricket, it was my fault. There was nobody else to blame. I had the best facilities, I had the best people to bowl to me, I had the best guidance. Being on a tour with Anil and Sri and Venki was a great education. Not only in terms of excellence, but also in a way how you conducted yourself, how you carried yourself. You know, I think that is something that I really learned from Anil, Sri, Venki and Joe when I first went on a tour. You know, and I'm truly grateful and always appreciative of that fact. Watching Anil on the field was an absolute inspiration. His aggression, his attitude, his competitiveness, as you have even seen today, he didn't forget to remind me the time he has got me out. Right? That's how competitive Anil was. And, you know, I think you could not share a field with Anil without giving your best, because Anil always gave his best, right? And I think that was the kind of inspiration it was, because you learned from Anil, Sri, Venki, these guys, that whenever you went on a field to represent either Karnataka or India, you had to give your best, right? And I think that's a great legacy that all of us have learned in Karnataka cricket, right? Whether it's been from, you know, again, Dr. Timmapaya or Mr. Kasturi Rangan, or, you know, I'm sure I'll forget names, Mr. G.R. Vishwanath, Mr. Erapalli Prasanna, Mr. Chandrasekhar, Mr. Sudhakar Rao, people who, you know, I think they played the game very hard, very professionally, but the way they carried themselves, the way they conducted themselves, you know, was a huge, huge inspiration for a young man like me. And to be honored alongside them and to have my name alongside them, I think in some ways, if you had told me as a young boy who came here in 1980 first time, I would never have believed it. It's an incredible honor, and I feel truly privileged for that honor. And I am really thankful for everything that these people have given me. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and that cannot be really true. All of my success has been due to the support that I've received from the BCCI, from the KSCA, and so many people here. Like Anil rightly said, you know, I think all of us are so indebted to all our coaches, all the groundsmen, all the office staff, you know, so many people here in KSCA who run the league tournaments, the umpires, our scorers, so many people who work behind the scenes, don't necessarily get the credit they deserve, and make it possible for us to be able to hone our talent, to develop our talent, and to be able to achieve the great things that we have been lucky and able to achieve. I'd also like to just also again acknowledge Venki and his team for the work that they have done to be able to bring cricket back to the KSCA. It felt really bad that a stadium like the Chinnaswamy Stadium, such an iconic stadium that has seen some of the greatest matches and some of the great cricketing events that have happened here, was not to have cricket, and there was a fear that cricket may not be able to come back. But Venki and your team and everyone involved, thank you so much for the efforts that you have all put in over the last, and I know the efforts that have gone in to be able to do that. thankful to the Karnataka government for bringing cricket back here and really looking forward to watching more cricket here. To just see a stadium filled again will be such a here at the KSCA. So well done, Venki. Well done to everyone and your team. I won't take too long. Once again, just thank you so much for this honor, this privilege. On behalf of me, my family, I know my father watching from above, as great as I am today, but this means a lot to me as individually, but also to be honored alongside some of these great legends and people who have meant so much to me in my life. So thank you so much, Venki. Thanks a lot. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Just stay back here on the stage. I would also like to acknowledge Sunil Joshi's presence here, joining us in this 50 years of Chinnaswamy Stadium, the celebrations. Thank you very much, Joe. And also the whole managing committee congratulates you for winning the Under-19 World Cup in South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, please give Mr. Sunil Joshi a round of applause. Very well done, Sunil Joshi. We have got the T20 World Cup winning coach here with us on the stage, Rahul Dravid, and we got Sunil Joshi out there, who is the Under-19 World Cup coach. Very well done. Congratulations, Joshi, and thanks for being here.
Now we request our cricketing legends, Shri Shanta Rangaswamy and Anil Kumble sir, to kindly come on dais for a group photo.
It is a moment to be treasured, and we will have a moment. This is a historical, ಒಂದು ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕ ಕ್ಷಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ Shanta Rangaswamy madam, Rahul Dravid and Anil Kumble, where we have named stands after them. ಅವರ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅದ್ಭುತ ಸಾಧನೆಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ಗುರುತಿಸಿ KSCA ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ all the stands are named after him, and we would want to capture a moment of this. So ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಬರಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅದ್ಭುತ ಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ. May I now request all the MC members to please come on the stage.
MC members, please come on stage.
MC members, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. All the MC members, please. Now that we have all the MC members on the stage, we are going to capture this moment as well.
The office bearers and the managing committee of Karnataka State Cricket Association, ladies and gentlemen, along with the legends of the game.
And Karnataka State Cricket Association takes the honor to celebrate the 50th anniversary by naming the stands after the legends, none other than our very own Rahul Dravid, Anil Kumble, and the one and only Shanta Swami. So we have a request. I think a moment of only the four of you. Thank you so much and congratulations, Namma Karnataka State Cricket Association for completing the 50th years. That's a glorifying years. Once again, congratulations and thank you so much. All the members of Karnataka State Cricket Association, we are going to capture a smile-filled, happy moments of all of them here. Okay, everybody, smile, please. Okay, everybody, smile, please. And once again, congratulations to Karnataka State Cricket Association on completing 50th year. It is a celebration worth celebrating and capturing, please. So, nimellara ondu jorada chappala irli and smile irli. This will be treasured forever. Thank you so much, gentlemen and ladies. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸಂಗೀತದ ಸಮಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಜಾರೋದು ಬಾಕಿ ಇದೆ. Now I would like to welcome Anup Shankar and team to take over the stage and mesmerize us with a musical evening. It is going to be a non-stop musical evening for next half an hour too. For next half an hour, a lovely music and a soothing evening for us. So sit back and please enjoy. ಸೊ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಂದು ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ಗಾಯಕರು, ಖ್ಯಾತ ಗಾಯಕರು ಅನೂಪ್ ಶಂಕರ್ ಅವರು ಈಗ ಮುಂದಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕಲ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Those who all enjoyed his singing before in the beginning of the event, I would request you all to please sit back and listen for more songs from him, please.